Hey there, computer scientists. I'm going to do 6.3, but the way I'm going to do 6.3 is I'm just going to solve the spell checker problem because I think that shows how the enhanced for loop works with arrays pretty well. So for the 6.3 spell checker, we're not actually going to use print 10 or starts with. We're just doing the spell checker. And they tell us to actually just copy and paste our code from the previous one in here, because that's a good place to start. So the original one looks a lot like this. Whoa. We used a for loop to start at 0, go through the entire dictionary length, and check the dictionary at every position to see if it equals the word that was passed in. If it does equal it, it returns, it gets out of this function, it returns true. Otherwise, it keeps going. If it gets through the entire for loop and doesn't return true at some point, then it will eventually finish going through the dictionary and return false, saying I did not find it. Well, we don't actually care about individual positions, right? All we're doing is checking all the words themselves. So Java provides us this cool advanced, or enhanced rather, for loop that just says for a string, let's call it current word, in the dictionary, do stuff. And what this means is create a new variable called current word, go through this array one at a time, and copy the contents into this new variable. So start at the first word, copy it into this new variable, go to the next one, copy it into that variable, go to the next one, copy into that. So it goes through the entire array one by one. So we don't actually need to look at dictionary by positions. We can just put current word right here, because this is going to change every time through this loop. It's going to become the next word in the dictionary. And this makes a lot more sense, right? We set the variable to a word in the dictionary. We see if it equals the word that was passed in. If it does, return true. Otherwise, go to the next word in the dictionary. Otherwise, go to the next word, and when you run out of words in the dictionary, exit the loop and return false. So it's a really nice way when you don't care about the actual individual positions, when you just want to go through a list item by item. The only catch is, and they are very explicit about this in the textbook, you can't change the items in the array. So if you wanted to give everybody in your class a 10-point boost on the exam, you couldn't do it with this, because it would copy their current grade into the new variable. You would change that new variable, but it wouldn't change their original grade. If we went through this dictionary with current word and we changed the current word somehow, it wouldn't change the dictionary, which is fine because we don't want to anyway. So in this kind of situation, the enhanced for loop is perfect. We're copying elements out of that dictionary, that string array, one by one, and we're comparing them to the word that was passed in. So let's see if it works. It's a good word. Let's try program. Spelled correctly. Correct is spelled correctly. Correct is misspelled. So that is how you use a enhanced for loop.